Over the last couple of weeks, I've started to look a lot more into play-to-earn NFT games. In a couple of recent videos, I've talked about metaverse projects, NFT projects, some gaming projects, and recently, a lot of you guys have been messaging me about new projects on Twitter that you want me to talk about. So today's video, we're going to go over one of those. The project is called Monopolon. They have around 65,000 followers on Twitter. They've been making some big moves in the gaming blockchain space, and ultimately what they are is they're a board game with play-to-earn mechanics. So it's a very simple and easy to understand game, but with all the benefits of play-to-earn NFT games, utilizes blockchain technology and NFTs. So let's talk about it. First thing is going to be with this game. Monopolon is ultimately a futuristic Monopoly board game with virtual buildings and land metaverse. When you look at their white paper, you can see that it is a GameFi project with dynamic similar to that of the iconic game Monopoly. A lot of people know what Monopoly is. Most people have played it. And I think this is one aspect of their marketing that they have been able to use to attract users to their platform. The way it works is there's individual NFTs which represent players in a board. Like when you would play Monopoly, you get a piece. That's just an NFT in the game. And these NFTs, which are your players, can move around to earn rewards, join guilds, engage other players in battle, and participate in boss raids, as well as many other things. In addition to this, Monopolon also has virtual land and infrastructure that players can purchase to build up equity and secure their place in the metaverse. You could think of that like land and properties in the physical board game Monopoly. But while they use this analogy and compared to Monopoly, it's actually very different and actually much more advanced, and in my opinion, much cooler. Because when you look at some of the graphics and the way the actual game works, it has some pretty cool graphics, but it really takes Monopoly to the next level. When you look at this, it starts off like this. There's 5 different factions. A player chooses which faction they want to be a part of. They have Musketeers, which has 5% efficiency boost during raids. They have Amazonians, 5% discount on shop items. They have all these other different factions which have specific benefits relating to in-game play. Then, once you join a faction, the way it works is players start by establishing a personal base in one of the tiles within their faction, and that can be considered like their HQ. Then, when you're actually diving into the actual gameplay, it starts to get pretty interesting because players roll a 6-sided dice every 6 hours to determine where their avatar will move next. You can move to different areas, and the cool thing about this is that then you actually can start earning money through NFTs and through the game. Players can access mining once a week from their HQ or by landing on mines owned by other players, and you can earn money from mining. You also can earn money from invasions. When you roll that dice, you go to different places. Players can invade an enemy's player HQ if they land on a player mine on the board. So ultimately, this game has a lot of different aspects to it, and when you look at their website and you start looking at how it actually functions, it's a much more advanced Monopoly, but it's a good analogy to use. So ultimately, when you look at this, you can see that they have all these different cities within the game. You can see when this starts loading, like Sakura City. You can see they also have the next one, which is Cultural City. They also have 3 other cities, Crypto City, and a bunch of others. So ultimately, there's different cities that you go to within the game. Last couple things I want to talk about. So we talked about the NFTs, which are characters as well as land in the game. We talked about how to earn money through invasions, mining, and other aspects. But now I want to talk a little bit about the team and the token. So first thing is going to be with the token. The in-game token is called, they have 2 tokens, MGM and MLON. MLON allows players to purchase NFT characters within the game and to participate in Monopolon's DAO governance process. But MGM token is the token that you use is that you receive from in-game rewards. So you can see it mainly allows players to purchase items in-game that have a wide array of utilities, and it's the one that you actually earn as a reward in the game. So you can see they have all these different use cases for the in-game token, like purchase of NFT equipment, upgrading your NFT equipment, fusing NFT equipment. But the cool thing about this is that you can convert these over. You can swap these back and forth using their swap mechanism to when you actually earn rewards in game, you could swap it and withdraw it for actual money if you want to, or you could just allow it to keep building and building over time, upgrading your characters in the game. Just works like any other play to earn NFT game, but it's more simple and easy to use because it is modeled off of that Monopoly board game idea. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be with that team. Like we said, the team has a pretty big and impressive background. They have a number of people on the team, but they're partners as well. They have partners like Gotbit, Iconic, Dodo, Bitmart, and many more. They've been featured in a number of articles from MarketWatch to CoinMooner to a number of big platforms, and they've even been audited by Certic, so you can check that out as well. So ultimately, this project has a lot going on. Recently, they just launched their MLON, their token swap feature, which I just showed you over here, but they have a couple of other big plans for the remainder of 2022, like upgrading of the Monopolon board and starting to integrate other aspects starting in 2023. They're having a Series A funding round. They're having community events, virtual land and buildings for sale, and a Series B funding round coming up in the future. So really that's what's been going on with this game as of recently. A lot of you guys have been talking to me about it on Twitter and telling me to go over their NFT marketplace and check out how they've already sold close to 1,000 NFTs. Check out their actual game because you do need to actually own one of these NFTs to play the game. So I've been doing a little bit of digging, starting to actually explore the game. And I wanted to share just my thoughts about it because I think it's pretty cool. I think it has a lot of potential, and during the next bull market, I think this project could gain a lot of traction and really do really well in the play to earn NFT game space, gain a lot of users, gain a lot of traction. So let me know your thoughts on this game. Obviously, it's still pretty early on, but with their big upcoming raises, Series A, Series B, rolling out new features in the game, I think they do have some pretty significant potential and some interesting things coming. But let me know your thoughts on this. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and make sure to comment and follow me on Twitter, letting me know any other projects you guys want me to go over. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.